I want to first introduce my live audience. You have all learned a great portion of skills in school, but have you ever wondered that there's more skills to be learned? More effective ways to improve your future than just the core classes? When I pondered these things in my head, I thought to myself that life skills was just never prevalent in school when I went. So those in my live and virtual audience had all different views of school, all different experiences, either positive, negative, or neutral. 2 of the 4 people in my live audience were just students, but they were also teachers. I hope that at the end of this speech you can come to a similar conclusion that I have, that it is essential to have life skills in the classroom. Through my speech, I will come up with 3 main points. Those 3 points are going to be students' preparedness into the real world, the essential of life skills to help that, life skills to improve student employment, and lastly, life skills to improve kids that do not have life skills being taught at home. Moving on to my first point, students can be prepared for the real world and the readiness for that. One of the big life skills that I have trouble with is that it is money management. When I think about money management, I get really fearful, thinking that insurance, all these doctor visits, and everything that comes through it is going to be very hectic for when I first become adult on my own. It is something that is not learned in my school career, but it's something that I would yearn for others to learn. Jane Garner produced a helpful ebook in 2015 named Managing Credit, High Cost, which focuses on the necessary skills students should learn regarding money management. This book covers 3 big categories in one's life, including money, living, and job. Money management has a big thing in everyone's life, and it's not just one, but it's all that has to deal with money management at some point. The other key things that people have to go through that are life skills that should be taught, and are taught in a handful of schools, but not all, is cooking, cleaning, and gardening. These are things around the house that you'll have to do eventually as time comes. Cooking is offered more than these other 2, but these are all 3 essential things to know and do before you have these things in your life. And lastly, in the same point, the other 3 things that you need to know come with fixing. Whether life throws you curveballs, you're going to need to fix a car if your tire becomes flat, or if you have plumbing or electrical issues. Moving on to my second point, that life skills improve the likelihood of getting a job. According to an article in 2006, Teaching Life Skills for Student Success, Baxter Gamble, the program manager for external relations in the Chicago Public Schools, stated that although graduates' test results were improving, their graduates were still struggling to find employment. They also found in the study that many of the students who did find a job also had trouble sustaining their job. Looking at the same article, Baxter adds that top employers report that more and more job seekers with a diploma lack real-world, on-the-job skills. So as much as there is core subjects that are needed in the classroom, life skills are very important for progressing someone that needs a job later in the future. So you may be asking, what life skills am I talking about? What is needed to be a good worker as you go beyond the classroom? In the article, Life Skills for Success and How to Improve Them, by Jennifer Harity, made through the infamous job website Indeed.com in 2022, she includes communication, cooperation, decision-making, and time management as the most important life skills employees are looking for. So what does her main solution look like? It's to incorporate this in educational classrooms. It's to change the school system to improve by incorporating these things. And as technology is expanding in this world, kids and students are becoming more hands-off and losing their communication, cooperation, and decision-making skills by being on their phones, tablets, computers, etc. As the 2 points I mentioned earlier, there is some cons that people would bring up as an argument against my argument. The argument is there's not enough resources and not enough support to teach life skills in a daily classroom. In 2019, a research article by Chenko Wangchuk and his colleagues came out called Challenges of Implementing Life Skills Education in Schools. This article compiles the difficulties of implementing life skills in the school system. These problems included time constraints, teachers' lack of knowledge and skills, inadequate teaching learning materials, absence of a full-time counselor, and a lack of school-parent partnership. So with more funding, more support, this would only be available, which is going to be hurt on the school or district it is a part of. So people in the same crowd believe that parents are responsible for doing these life skills. They're responsible for teaching them, and the teachers are responsible for teaching them the things they've learned while in school. The general belief already is that teachers are underpaid. So bringing more information for them to learn and incorporate into their classroom to teach their students would be unfair and not just for them. My last point I want to share with y'all is that life skills are not taught in every student's life. We all know that every student comes from a different background. Some kids either have one or no parents that is able to teach these skills to them that other students are lucky enough to have taught. They all come from different backgrounds, and neglecting this is not a good way to pursue this active life skills. In 2019, a published article by Jennifer M. Jacobs, thinking about the transfer of life skills, young kids saw life skills in sports as both a distraction and escape from everyday stressors, which can be particularly heightened for youth from vulnerable backgrounds. Implementing life skills in sports simply does not work. Sports is there to relieve stress and to produce good mental and physical health. But the way you do improve life skills in kids is to do it through the educational system. Through the 3 points I brought to you earlier, that life skills improves students' preparedness into the real world, that life skills improves the likeliness of someone getting a job and retaining that job, and that not every student is prepared with the same life skills, are 3 points that I hope you were able to learn through this speech. So I beg you guys, my live audience and my virtual audience, that you would feel led to go pursue the new generation and put your input in what you want for this new world to be. With students being involved in technology and other things, etc. to that, they are becoming less and less versed with life skills. Thank you for reading.